what was the biggest like shitstorm that you've ever had to come up out of, and how did you come up out of that situation? I know there's certain times us as entrepreneurs, things are flying high, then all of a sudden we hit a wall, and it's like, yo, what do we do from there? So for you, what was like your biggest trial and tribulation?
You know, I would say probably the first biggest hurdle and challenge that I had to get over was just, was just trying to transition from having a 9 to 5 to figuring out how I could make music my full-time career. The only reason why I think, that doesn't faze me more than it probably should is because I was so locked into that process of, I'm just going to make music every single day. Like that was my thing. And I literally stuck to that without any sort of interruptions for like 6 or 7 years, and I was literally just obsessed with that process of making music. So I think after that, like after probably the whole Funk Volume situation fell apart, that's when I kind of hit rock bottom, because I was riding high off of this like Funk Volume wave. I was going on tour, I was producing for all these artists, I was building my platform, like people were starting to recognize my name as a producer. And that's like really what I was aiming for this whole time. And then the whole situation pretty much ended overnight. And so I was left in a weird situation where I was trying to figure out what was next in my career. And so, that was a really rough time for me. I got evicted from my apartment. I had to end up living in my girlfriend's living room with like all my shit stacked in boxes up to the ceiling. I was broke. I had no money. I didn't really understand how the music business worked. So it was a really, really hard time there for a couple of years for me. But I figured it out. Like it was just staying committed to that process. It was different from the process of being like obsessed with the music, right? Because at that situation, at that point, I reshifted my focus to like being obsessed with becoming a better entrepreneur. And I think that's when things changed for me. And it would have been so easy for me to just, kind of say, fuck it. Maybe this music shit isn't for me. Let me go grab another 9 to 5 and just, make music on the side. That would have been so easy for me to do. But that almost didn't even seem like an option for me, because I knew that the only thing that I wanted to do for the rest of my life was be a music producer and an entrepreneur. I didn't even know really how fun being an entrepreneur was until I started learning about the business and just surrounding myself with people who knew more about that side than I did. And, it made me realize, well, damn, shit, this entrepreneurship thing is kind of fun. Like I enjoy the challenge of being an entrepreneur. Right. So it opened up a whole other world of opportunity for me.